Wonder Woman, issue number 785. We're in the middle, in the meat of it when it comes to Trial of the Amazons. Because this is the big thing that Wonder Woman's been pushing for a while. We've introduced so many new, colorful characters, only to have their books canceled and to be replaced by the standard stuff we've seen a million times from Wonder Woman. Oh boy. If you've seen my earlier reviews for this book, I didn't like it. The first two parts of this chapter didn't sell me on the story going forward. This issue, setting up a lot of interesting stuff that I hope it pays off. So we once again open up at Doom's doorway. Our champion from each tribe is standing in the doorway. It starts to crack. They're like, that's weird. We see in the distance that some man is watching this fight from the shoreline, is figuring out like, was this the guy that betrayed us? What's he going to do later on? That could be something we see coming back up. And then we get a very interesting take on Diana. It's one we've seen a bunch before where she is troubled and conflicted and she needs to figure things out again. It feels very urgent. Maybe that's the problem I have with some of it going on, where it's just like, whoa, this is very much Diana's overreacting at the beginning. I guess her mom did just die, so I shouldn't be so negative about it. Maybe that's not my problem. Maybe it's Donna? Is that the problem I have with this? Who knows? So Diana's solution is she's going to tie everybody to the lasso of truth. And Nubia's like, that might be a last resort thing. Let's take a minute to figure this out. She sends Diana to go see her mother and speak on truth and clear her head. Diana kind of lashes out like, somebody killed my mom. I do not like what we're doing here. This is annoying. This sucks. I need to figure something else out, okay? Stop trying to do the right thing here, Nubia. My mom died. She's very emotional in all the wrong ways, where Diana is angry at the beginning. She's lashing out. She's tearful. There's a lot going on inside her mind, and it doesn't always come across as great. It's kind of just annoying and kind of sad. So she goes to the Temple of Athena just to clear her mind, and it's kind of working, but a shadow emerges from her and says, you are still attached to your mother and all these things. You cannot truly claim this right because of who you are, Diana. And who's this mysterious figure? Who's to say? Is it the person that killed Hippolyta? Probably connected to that person somehow. If I had to wager a guess, they kind of got they showed the close-up of the teeth, kind of like a fanged tooth, but there is hair that we do see. I don't want to say it's Minerva just because that seems too lazy, but I wouldn't be surprised if we're introduced to a cheetah tribe, because we see that the Escacida are jaguars, the Themyscirans are lions, were the other ones lions? There's another one. You get it. You guys get it. So maybe there's the cheetah tribe and Minerva's a part of it. Wouldn't be surprised. So Diana's kind of walking about, seeing all the other tribes, trying to find her place in this world. Artemis goes to talk to Faruka, and she's like, look, I know you haven't picked a champion yet, but I would love to be your champion. And Faruka's like, I agree. You'd be a great champion. You're probably the toughest and sexiest one here. You had a thing with Red Hood or something. You're cool. I believe you would be good at this. But sadly, I kind of had somebody else come who wanted to be a part of this. And we see going against the Escacida is Donna Troy. And she's like, I would love to be your champion. What? Didn't we just do a whole Wonder Girl book where Donna sided with the Escacida? Why is she over here with the Bana Migdal? Okay. Are we betraying Donna again? I feel like we're culturally past this at this point. We've introduced so many other Wonder Kids. Why would we do this to Diana? To Donna? I don't know. I hope it's not bad. So we cut to, I think it's the next morning. It looks like sun's coming up. And Diana goes to Nubia and Cassie, and she's like, look, I've thought about this. I spoke with a ghost, and I'm truly still connected to this too much. And everything about this, I want to serve my mother. So to do that, I must stay impartial and find my own path. And she hands over her lasso of truth, and she's like, I will find my peace and my truth in my own fashion. I am not going to be playing in these championship games. That is for everybody else to be a part of. And you could tell I just got a phone call in the middle of this. I'm not going to edit that out. You guys know all that stuff works. Okay, so Diana's not going to be a champion. We know that. She's going to do her own thing. We cut back to the Escacida, and they're picking their champion. They're having their visions, and they see the future with the Jaguar behind Yara. Clearly, Yara's going to be their champion. which is completely fine. I love Yara. You guys know Yara's my favorite. I've read that book. I have every issue. I have multiple copies of every issue. I love Yara. One of my favorite new characters, I think, in recent times. Like, I would even put it on the same level as Kamala. Like, I just adore that character and what she did. Really fun stuff. So then we see Diana having, like, her moment where she's talking to Jumpa, and she's like, I have to find a way to do this myself. How do I want to do that? I don't know how to get about this and do the right thing. We cut back to Doom's doorway, and there's a big crack. It's breaking through. They're finally burying, Hippolyta, so, like, she is being lit on fire, and they're saying their goodbyes, and Diana's having a broken moment. And that is intercut with Doom's doorway being opened up, and 2 of the 3 champions guarding it are being killed. So the Escacida, and is it the Themysciran one? I think Io, is she with the Bana Migdal or the Themyscirans? I think it's the Themyscirans. I don't know. I can't remember. But they're dead. 2 of them are dead. Io survives somehow. She will barely be alive. And we see, like, this is getting out of hand, okay? Philippius comes in to talk to Nubia. She's like, look, we gotta get this going, and we gotta figure it out now, okay? Things are getting heated. Things are getting intense. We gotta solve our problem and get everything together. So in the next moment, we see that they're all picking their champions. We're going to continue the games. We're going to get rid of every weapon, every specialty that could give some person the advantage. We're all going to stop this now. Whoever wins this is going to become the ruler of the Amazons for everyone and everything. So we see that the person that is chosen by each tribe, the Escacida have chosen, not surprisingly, Yara Fleur. She's the only pretty much named character we know of that tribe. Of course, we know the names of other ones, but we get it. Nubia has chosen Philippius to be her champion for Themyscira. She's like, oh, it'd be an honor. And we see before the Bana Migdal can call in Donna Troy to be their champion, Diana comes in neutral colors. I guess it's very reminiscent of Donna Troy's, except it's gold instead of silver. But yeah, here comes Diana in neutral colors. She's like, I'm going to represent no tribe, but I'm here for all of Amazon. So Diana's going to compete in a neutral party. she's like, the green party, the one you're not going to vote for. There's Diana, hopefully to swoop in and do the right thing. So that's cool. She's going to go against the kid that hates her, potentially her heir to the throne, and the girl her mom was kissing a little bit. Interesting choices. Very curious to see how that's going to work out. And I don't know, man. This was better than the past couple issues. I do like the tensions building up. Obviously, the Amazons are being betrayed by somebody who killed Hippolyta, who's opening Doom's doorway. Whether it's going to be Medusa, I don't know. That seems obvious. I'm trying to think of who's, like, the unlikely choice it could be. I don't want to say Nubia, just because that sounds so obvious. I don't think it's Faruka or, like, any of the Bana Migdal. I don't think it's the Escacida. It might be Atalanta if it's any of those people. I don't know. It's fine. Not a bad book. I do like it. I think the artwork was better than some of the previous stuff we've seen. There is still a lot of dialogue in this book. Not that that's bad. It's just so much so that you can pretty much say what you're saying in less, I think. And that might be one of the problems I have this book, where you have so much going on in this story, but it ultimately feels like not much is going on. So you could cut it back a little bit. But nonetheless, I did enjoy it more than the previous ones, I will say that. And I do love Wonder Woman and this world, so give him the benefit of the doubt. My only real gripe right now is, after this book is done, is McFarlane gonna make toys on this, comic event? Because I want an action figure of all those characters. I want to make a little setup in my, display with all those cool characters. Do it, Todd. I know you're listening. So Wonder Woman 785 and Part 3 of Trial of the Amazons, I am going to give a 7 out of 10. Now, thank you guys for watching this review. Be sure to like and subscribe to the channel. As always, you can check me out on Instagram, TikTok, and Twitter. And as always, I will catch you in the next one. Have fun. Stay safe. Good luck.